Alright, XBros360 asks, have you ever played Golden Sun? If so, what is your opinion on it? Nah, I haven't actually. I actually don't really know much about that series. Sorry. So I can barely say anything about it because I really know little to nothing about it. So, um, Anarchy is super esque. If you ever, oh, okay, if you ever considered let's playing a game on a next generation console such as the Wii, 360, PS3, and there was no issue using any system, which game would you pick? Hmm. It's hard to say because I'm not incredibly familiar with much on the 360 or the PS3 since I don't have either of those. And when it comes to the Wii, I do have a Wii, but I don't think there's anything on there I'd really want to do a let's play of, though. Oh, well, except Twilight Princess. But I don't have the Wii version of that. I have the GameCube version of that. So I guess the answer to that question would be Twilight Princess, just at the top of my head. Xteron1 asks, who's your favorite Let's Player other than yourself? I already talked about that a little bit. I really can't say who's my absolute favorite. You just have to go to my other channels and just kind of look through those a little bit, kind of go in order. It kind of gives you a general idea. Second question is cheese or beans on toast? I don't think I've ever eaten beans on toast in my life. I don't even know if that'd be good. I don't know. So I guess cheese would be the answer to that. Um, okay, let's see. Yoshironi 5 Sonic asks, what is your favorite game or games that you like to play? Mostly platforming, just like 3D platforming, collectibles, like stuff where you collect stuff, adventure type of stuff, things of that sort. I'd say those are my favorites overall. And then second question is, what is your favorite part about Let's Playing? I guess just maybe sharing what I think of the game, just being able to just talk about the game as a whole, what I think of it, just sharing my memories of it, even though a lot of times it's probably not all that interesting anyway. And then coming up with any kind of material for the Let's Play is good too. Coming up with things to add to the dialogue or jokes to add and all that. Just coming up with all that's just a lot of fun to do. I'd say those things are my favorites. Okay, let's see. New Age Classic Gamer asks, have you played any of the classic 16-bit Sonic games, as in 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles? If you've played them, what is your favorite and why? Yes, I have. I've played all four of those, and my favorite is Sonic 2, actually. I don't really have a legitimate reason why, it was the first Sonic game I played, it was the one I played the most, and it's just kind of grown over the years into being my favorite. Sonic 2. Let's see, SA Clank 007 asks, who are your favorite characters in Brawl, and who are my least favorite? Let's see, favorites. Even though it's not really a new Brawl character, I like Link. Link's a lot of fun to use. He's just classic when it comes to Brawl. Ness. I actually like to use Ness a little bit. It's kind of lame to have those two as my answer since both of those were in the original Super Smash Brothers. But I'm trying to think of a character that was introduced in Brawl that I really like. I don't know. I can't think of one at the top of my head. But I guess those two are the ones that I usually pick. Let's see. And then who's my least favorite? Who are the Brawl characters I don't care? Probably Mr. Game & Watch. I don't know. I never cared for him. Who else? I don't really use Peach all that much. I'm not too crazy about D. He's just, I don't know, he seems to just fall off too easily and stuff. And it seems like once you fall, you're screwed with him. Although it's probably just because I suck. That's probably it. Ice climbers are pretty fun too. Pretty sure they were introduced in Brawl, weren't they? I think so. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Rare trivia. I actually hardly ever played Melee. Yeah, that's really horrible to hear, I know, but that was kind of a year where I kind of wasn't really into the GameCube, so I really sadly did not play Melee all that much, so I don't really know much about what was in it and everything, sorry. Anyway, let's see. BMR951 asks, have you ever played RuneScape or MapleStory? No. Sorry, never played those. I also don't really know much about those either, so sorry. Mr. Mario Man 223 asks, have you ever played a first-person shooter? If so, what is your favorite? Have I ever? No, I've never played a first-person shooter in my life, man. Yeah. Yes, I've definitely played a first-person shooter. My favorite is GoldenEye. I gotta go with GoldenEye. BMR951, okay, he posted his second question in another comment. So, BMR951, second question is, what do you do for work? I don't work right now. I'm actually unemployed currently, so I do nothing right now, but, nothing I say with a big smile on my face. It's just, things just haven't worked out, I guess. Anyway, the Sample Man. The Sample Man! The Sample Man asks, what are your thoughts on the Wii as a system compared to the other Nintendo systems? Whew, let's see. I need to quit saying I say too freaking much. And I know it's kind of natural, but I'll try to avoid the ums. I'm just kidding. Anyway, what are my thoughts on the Wii as compared to the previous Nintendo systems? Well, I guess when you're trying to judge a video game system, you gotta judge it based on two things. You gotta judge it based on how good it works and its features, as in, what all of its capabilities are and the like. And then the second thing you gotta judge a video game system on is just its library of video games. What all video games does it have and the like. So, based on those two things, the Wii is the best Nintendo system based on its features. I mean, that's just a fact. It has the Virtual Console, it has Wi-Fi. I mean, it's just the best Nintendo system by far. I mean, it just is. So, in terms of its library of video games, that's really been kind of lackluster for a while. I mean, they really stepped it up in 2010. But it was kind of sloping a little bit there, Nintendo. I mean, I think they gave us a good big chunk of games in 2010, so I'm not gonna put their feet in the fire too much there, but well, looking at their library of games compared to the previous Nintendo systems, I guess that really gets into a whole debate about what makes a video game best. And that's really all subjective, I mean, what does make a video game the best? I mean, is it based on the gameplay? Is it based on how fun it is? If it's based on how fun it is, I mean, that's all based on the individual. So, when it comes to great games, I don't know, I think maybe the Super Nintendo might have the Wii beat a little bit on that. I mean, the Wii has had some great games, but I don't know. I mean, a lot of what the Wii has had has been kind of sequels to stuff, too. Mario Galaxy was, another Mario game. Twilight Princess was another Zelda game, back in around the Nintendo age and stuff, we had a lot of new stuff, so I don't know, I mean, that's hard to say, man. I don't know, there's something about the games on the Super Nintendo that just seemed so much more memorable and just seemed to stay in our hearts so much more than a lot of the Wii games will. I don't know. I really can't say. I guess that's all based on the individual, but as much as I can say, I guess. Anyway, Masterball678 asks, "What's your favorite color?" My favorite color is blue dabba dee. Blue. Blue, I like blue. Anyway. Oreo Layman, or maybe that's like Oriole Man, asks, what is your favorite handheld game? Out of all the handheld games we've ever had, I gotta go with the original first Pokemon games, the first generation of Pokemon, Red and Blue. Yeah, Yellow was kind of a part of that, but I didn't really play Yellow, so I'll just say Pokemon Red and Blue. I think can't talk. I think Link's Awakening, it would probably be second place there. I just said stop saying Second one, what is your favorite online game? Mario. His examples are like Mario Kart Wii, Brawl. I don't really play much online stuff, so I don't know. I guess out of those you listed, I guess maybe Brawl. I don't really play online stuff all that much, so answered that. Let's see. Arned some dude, or maybe it's Arned some dude. Let's see. First of all, congratulations. Thank you very much, man. Alright. Now that you have 10,000 people subscribed to you, has anyone ever recognized you in real life? Definitely not. 10,000 is not really enough to where people are going to recognize me. I mean, there's been other people who are popular out there, and they've even said they haven't really met... Excuse me. They haven't even met anyone in real life that watches their videos and stuff. And plus, I don't really go out into the world all that much. I don't really go to conventions or anything, so... And even then, people wouldn't... I'm not really like... You don't really see my face enough to where people would even really remember what I looked like half the time, so... So, yeah, no. Second question, what is the question that you've been dreaming of to answer? That one right there. The one about... if anyone's ever recognized me in real life. I was really hoping someone asked that. It kept me awake at night, and you did. You did ask that, so thank you. Silent Mystification asks, when did you realize that you were getting popular on YouTube, and what made you realize it? I don't know. I don't know if I really realized it or anything. I know I started my Let's Play of Ocarina of Time a little bit here and there, and then I got a couple of shout-outs here and there from some other Let's Players, and then I just kind of grew and grew from there. I don't know. Maybe when I got kind of around 500 maybe or so. Maybe that's when I don't even really view myself really as popular now, really. I mean, 10,000 really is not all that much. There's probably like 50 other Let's Players who have more subscribers than I do, so... Not to mention the other people on YouTube, so... let's see. Anyway, second question is, what is your favorite series of games, and what is your favorite series of games that aren't super popular? Well, I said Zelda for the first one. Favorite series that isn't popular... I don't know if I have a favorite series that just flat out isn't really popular. I think most of the series that I really like are pretty well known. I know I really like... One of my all-time favorite games is Rayman 2, The Great Escape. And that doesn't really seem to have that huge of an audience, so... But I haven't really... That's the only Rayman game I've played, so... And people don't really seem to care much for the later Rayman games, so... I guess that's the best answer I can give on that. I can't really think of some kind of, like, underground black sheep of a series that I just... Well, black sheep wouldn't really be the fitting word there. Just kind of a really, like, obscure series that many people haven't played. I don't know. I can't think of one, sorry. Let's see. Luke 4 Smith asks, favorite Zelda game? I said that. Ocarina of Time. Mario or Banjo? I guess I gotta go with Mario on that one, just because he's had more games that I like. Banjo's got a little bit more personality, I think, but Mario's just had so many more games and everything, and he's been with me much longer, so I guess I gotta go with him. Sorry, Banjo. The Boom 175 asks, will I ever do a live stream on Ustream? I've thought about it, but I don't really think I'm going to, just because I just don't think I'm really good at doing live stuff like that. You know, just sitting there being live, we'll do it live, with like all these people watching me and stuff. I'm just not very good at that kind of stuff. I think I'd probably kind of get a little under pressure, and I'd probably run out of stuff to talk about, and I don't know, I'm just not very good at that stuff. And truth be told, I'm kind of shy also, if you really want the truth. I know that's kind of lame, but I won't say just flat out no, but I don't know. I don't have any plans of doing one right now, at least. Phantom 1325 asks, what is your opinion on Grunty in Banjo-Kazooie? She's awesome, I guess. Sonic Head K240 asks, do you have a phobia of any sorts? I'm not too crazy about heights, which is kind of cliche, but I mean, I don't like freak out over them, but I don't really like them all that much, I guess. I don't like snakes. They're pretty creepy. Not really creepy, not so much a phobia, but I wouldn't really want them right down by my feet, I guess. Another fear, I guess, it doesn't really fall under, like, phobia necessarily, but I guess it kind of does, is, I guess I'm really scared of dying at such a young age to where a lot of my goals and dreams just totally go unfinished. I don't really mean afraid to die, like, oh, I want to die, it's gonna hurt. I don't really mean like that. I mean more of just, I'd hate to just, like, get in a car wreck when I'm like 32 and have all these things that I wanted to do and never got to do any of it, and all these like dreams and goals that just totally get thrown in the dumpster, Not feeling like I didn't really do enough with my life, and dying at a young age. I guess that kind of worries me here and there. Second question, what is my favorite zombie game? I guess Resident Evil. Just don't really have a favorite, because I really haven't played them enough, but I guess I'd have to say they're my favorite out of the zombie genre. Blue Knight 851 asks, what's the best video game you played from your childhood? I guess Ocarina of Time. I hate saying that for every daggum question, but I mean, that's kind of the answer to some of these, so. Second question, have I been to any other countries? Nah, not really, sadly. I've barely even been to any states. I haven't even been to that many states, much less countries, so. Sorry. Answered that. Let's see. Peace Love Kid asks, what is the game that, quote, got you into gaming, end quote? I don't mean your first game you ever played. I mean the first game you played and said, wow, this is life-changing, or I'm never going to be able to stop playing this. For me, that game would be Pokemon Gold version, hands down. Oh, yeah. Well, that is a great game. Yeah, that's definitely a very good game. In fact, that's probably the best Pokemon game ever made, actually. It might be, I don't know. Don't quote me there. I guess maybe Crystal, perhaps, since it was like the improved version, but I don't know. Yeah, Pokemon Gold, that's great. That's a good choice. But mine would be, I think maybe Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64 was like the first N64 game I played, the first 3D game I played. And as you put it, I think that was the first game where I thought, wow, and I just really got absorbed. I mean, I pretty much got the N64 because of that game. And then Mario Kart was probably another one. Those two games those were a gem. So I'd say those were the ones that really, like, paved the road for me. They really just, I probably wouldn't have played as many games as I did, and really wouldn't have been into video games as much when I was a kid if it wasn't for those two games. So, I mean, I played games before those two, but they were just kind of fun little things I did. Those two were much bigger, though. Let's see. Zero Suit Wes asks, even though you canceled Mario Sunshine, are you still playing it? I don't think I've played it since I canceled the Let's Play. Not because I didn't like it. There's been other games that have come out and such, so it just kind of got brushed under the mat. I'll come back to it at some point, though. Let's see. Answer this first question. Let's see. MegaVictor388 asked, will you ever be doing a co-op Let's Play? Yeah, possibly. I've thought of it. I would like to maybe do one eventually, but I have no idea when. I mean, I gotta do Majora's Mask, and I don't know if I'll do one after that, but maybe at some point. Let's see. Move Fat Kid, nice username. Move Fat Kid asks, do I play RuneScape, Maple Story? I answered that earlier, but he also asked if I played Club Penguin. No, I've never played that, sorry. Well, I'll be doing Banjo-Tooie, I talked about that already. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll try my best to avoid these, like, duplicated questions, so sorry if I'm kind of wasting video time with that. Insecure Chicken asks, who's your favorite Star Wars character? And if it's Han, who else besides him? Well, my favorite character is Han Solo. So I guess I gotta pick a different character. I guess Darth Vader. I'm a big fan of Vader. Just Vader, not Anakin. Okay. I like to pretend Anakin never existed. I've forgotten about him just like Darth Vader. You remember when in Return of the Jedi where they mentioned Anakin and Darth Vader's like, that name no longer has any meaning to me. Yeah, that's how we the fans are. So, so yeah, probably Vader. Okay, Agent Nullify asks, what games are you currently playing that you would recommend to other gamers? That's hard to say because everyone has their own taste. Everyone has their own types of games that they play. And what I'm into might not be games that other people might be into. So, what am I playing? I actually haven't played a video game in like a few weeks, but I've been playing, before that I've been playing Donkey Kong Country Returns with a friend of mine. We've been co-oping that together. We haven't touched that in a while, though. In fact, there may be a little tiny thing of dust on the game of that, so yeah, we need to get back to that. I was playing Kirby's Epic Yarn. Yeah, really liking that. So those two games, do I recommend those? Well, I like both of them, and people seem to really like both of those, so yeah, I'd recommend those. Those games suffer from a big problem of, will they please the fans? Because those two games really have a big fan base they gotta please. Because we both, before those games, we really wanted a new Donkey Kong game, and we really wanted a new Kirby game, and the fans seem to be pretty pleased. Can't speak for all of them, but yeah, I guess I recommend those. Before this, I was randomly playing Oracle of Ages for the first time. Yeah, I've never played Oracle of Ages, and I've really liked that so far, so I guess those are all the ones. Sorry. Again, it slips out. Yeah, I guess those are the ones that I've been playing, and I guess I recommend all those, if you're into those games. Second question is, how far in advance do you plan your Let's Plays? It's entirely random, man. Sometimes there's a game I look at and go, yeah, I want to Let's Play that someday. Like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. I'd like to Let's Play those, but that might be forever from now. Other games are just kind of spontaneous. Uh, all the games that I've Let's Played so far, uh, or at least started, uh, have been ones that I thought about for a fairly decent amount of time. So maybe months, maybe weeks. It just kind of depends. It's a really scattered answer, man.